Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, November 15, 2022. There can be some competitiveness, edge, or impatience in communications today. Timing can be a little off, and you may be torn between strong needs for both work and play. However, there is also very good energy for feeling a stronger sense of purpose or mission along practical or business lines. As such, communication snafus are not going to bring you down now you have your eye on more important things. A Venus-Pluto transit is good for enjoying new insights and exploring new ideas. Thinking is a little scattered, but getting caught up in an enjoyable pursuit is quite easy. You're looking for something meaningful to put your heart into, and with this motivation, you can accomplish and uncover much. The conviction behind your desires and ideas attracts support from others. Past good deeds can bring rewards to the present. You might thoroughly enjoy setting goals for yourself or coming up with fabulous business ideas or terrific strategies for long-term plans. You see what you most value more clearly than usual, improving relationships and money sense. It's a good time to make the most of situations and your resources. Put on your cosmic headlights today. Danger and adventure could be afoot. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet of romance and pleasure, will be linking to powerhouse Pluto, the most intense of all planets. On the one hand, this could bring a whirlwind of passion and pleasure if you are tied to a significant other, allowing you to set time aside for insatiable sex and experimentation. However, because Pluto is in your solar 12th house of karma, it could also signal that if you are tempted into a seduction, especially a mysterious one, it could come back to bite you later on. How do you view your professional bonds and commitments? As the zodiac sign who is associated with friendship and humanity, you know better than anyone that having connections is important. However, you may need to check your subconscious approach to those who influence your career path and professional status when Venus in Scorpio sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. You might feel subliminally yet intensely differently about each arrangement. Hopefully, this sextile brings out the hidden talents and strengths more so than the hidden weaknesses. If not, know that you have the power to turn the tables. The moon is making its ordinary monthly visit to your work sector, but the timing means this could have game-changing implications across the income, work, and career fronts. This first visit since Jupiter retrograde back into your income sector is also the only visit while the Sun, Venus, and Mercury are in your career sector, with a friendly aspect to all today helping to bring everything together. The planetary alignment today is troubling for many of you because it is so much about emotions. Facing your feelings squarely is difficult because you need to admit vulnerability and acknowledge pain. This isn't easy for anyone. You may want to seek out your friends and ask them for help. If you don't feel there is anything troubling you, perhaps you can treat yourself to lots of nurturing behavior. A nice dinner, a hot bath, and a good night's rest. The moment is at hand to tackle the paperwork. Time to review budgets, work on expense sheets, calculate bottom lines, and send out memorandums. The vibration of a 4 is meticulous and articulate. Concentration and reasoning are greatly enhanced. Don't expect to feel too social. In fact, save meetings until tomorrow. Use your time to the fullest today by getting through those piles that are building up. You'll be glad you cleared this slate, as it'll free you up to venture further into your projects. Even without the moon in your work sector today, you are moving into some seriously good days on the income and career fronts. What makes the moon's presence a game changer, apart from making this a good day across the income, work, and career fronts and giving you an intuitive edge, is the contacts it will make. During the course of the day, the moon will not only move into a friendly aspect to both planets in your income sector and to the Sun, Mercury, and Venus in your career sector, but just as all five are coming together to create one. Ahead of the moon's return to your relationship sector tomorrow, this is the point in any month when it will be more about holding on to the influence of its recent visit to your romantic sector. The moon returns to both each month and usually with just a 2-day gap in between, with a need to hold on to the spirit of romance before the focus shifts to your relationships. Even more so this month, with the moon leaving you with a better read on Mars' retrograde turn and of the doors now open the past and second chances. Our eyes in the sky. Today, you'll feel eager to connect on an intellectual and emotional level, but if those around you aren't able to keep up conversationally, you might need to look for ways to expand your social circle. Watch out for negative influences throughout the morning, as Venus and Pluto engage. These vibes can bring out controlling or possessive behaviors, so you'll want to keep an eye out for them in both yourself and others. Diplomacy can go a long way right now, so give others the space to truly be heard. This energy is perfect for celebrating love in all its forms, so you'll want to look for ways to connect with your nearest and dearest. Later, the vibe shifts significantly as Mercury and Mars share a minor frustration. This brings some intensity to the table over the next couple of days, which can help make or break a bond. Be ready for some intense and meaningful conversations that could go a long way to changing your life. After midnight, Venus sextiles Pluto in Capricorn, intensifying our love lives. Venus in Scorpio desires passion. It demands relational dynamics that transcend the mundane and evolve our understanding of romance. Yet, it is also concerned with power. If we are not careful, a bid for loyalty can metastasize into trust issues. The sextile is an easygoing aspect, so rather than prompting chaos, it will simply allow jealous behavior to continue unchecked. We might even the other's urge to possess us to be flattering. Becoming consumed with another's movements would be an unhealthy manifestation of this transit. However, if all parties are engaging with one another consciously, this influence can enhance close connections through sex or moments of deep intimacy. Before noon, the Cancer moon trines the Scorpio sun, helping us to feel at peace. Our emotional and egoic needs are in sync. We can focus our willpower to tackle work or career matters, but we may prefer to spend this time at home, nesting, relaxing, or hanging out with loved ones. This can be a good time for reflecting upon our past or family traditions without going too deep down a nostalgia wormhole. However, we may also intentionally distance ourselves from friends or allies because we want our own way, and a refusal to compromise has left us in the lurch. Additional environmental factors could be at play here, with adverse weather or physical distance adding to the story. Expect lonely feelings to gradually ease up over the course of the day. In the early afternoon, the Sun and Juno align in Capricorn, providing us with the confidence to make practical commitments. We might find ourselves starting a new career path or accepting greater responsibilities within an existing role. We also associate our identity with the success of relational commitments destined for engagement or marriage. This aspect may even mark an occasion to propose. Although our ego is currently aligned with pledges we've made, our needs are bound to change over time. Be bold in your declarations but leave some wiggle room to update vows in the future. That way, they will continue to be wholehearted engagements rather than rote obligations. The caveat is that even though the morning gave us such high hopes, and we want to move forward with our plans and dreams, the cosmos is telling us that today is not the right time. Rather than allow yourself to feel stuck between a rock and a hard place, you can make a list of the goals you want to reach in the next few days. The dream isn't over. It's just on pause. The prospect of change and the work that goes with it could also feel like a daunting challenge to take on, which is exactly why breaking things into smaller, more digestible steps should be a priority. It's also important to remember that it's okay to step back from your responsibilities for a bit, especially if you're feeling highly stressed or tightly wounded.